Hi guys, and welcome back to Blackpack Homestead. We're so glad you joined us today. My name is Marella, and my husband and I homestead here in western North Carolina on a little less than an acre. Today, our video is going to be all about rooting basil and how easy that can be. Is your basil bolting? Well, you know, we all do the pinch off trick, to stave that off. But have you ever thought about rooting basil and making a whole new plant? It's as easy as this. As you can see, I have several basil plants already growing. And I've already done some cuttings to show you what the final product will look like, and we'll plant it in my little container over here. So the first thing you need to do, get a pair of snippers. We'll use this one. You want to make sure you at least have 2 nodes, and I'll show you what a node is. Okay, so here's the basil plant, okay? And these places where the leaves come out, that's called a node. There's 1, 2 nodes, 3, 4, 5, but I need at least 2. I need at least 2 on the bottom because that's where the roots are going to come from, okay? Okay, now that you've taken your cutting and you have 2 nodes, 1, 2, I'm going to take the leaves off of these bottom ones. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, I'm also going to take where I made my cut, and I'm going to cut it at an angle so it has more surface area. And I'm going to cut it right below this little node right here, just like this. See how my angle is? And there it is, a nice angled slice right at the node. And then there's another node here, so I want it to be into water up to there. Then the next thing you do is I usually use a good old mason jar. And I just put it down in the water. And I change the water every couple of days because it will actually grow algae because it sits in my kitchen windows. Sunlight creates algae. So then in about 2 weeks I'll have some roots, and they will look like this. So this is what happens. This one was put in roughly 2 weeks ago, and that's how much root it's got going on. So it's got a little bit more roots to go. And then these guys have been growing for about 3 weeks. So that is a lot of roots. See how this guy grew from the bottom node and the top node. So yeah. So then I'll set my basil in the sunny windowsill till it's got enough roots to survive. There's the new cutting. And here's the one that's just been in there about a week. So that's fresh cutting, 1 week old, 3 weeks old, okay? Okay, now we're going to put these cuttings in this container. These are the basil I already rooted this one and planted this one out recently. Pitiful stunted marigolds and a pitiful stunted nasturtium. So now we're just gonna make a hole in here, to slide those little plants in. So I'm just gonna take my hori tool and I'm gonna open up a place in the potting soil. And I'm just gonna take it with all those roots, try to thread them down in there nicely, and then I'm going to cover it up just like so, and I'm going to repeat the process. See, this one's got a ton of roots. So I'll thread those down in there as easy as I can, trying not to damage them, cover up with the soil, and then my third tiny one, I'm just going to use my fingers because it's not going to have to go as deep. And we'll stick its little roots down in the hole, try not to damage them, and cover it back up. Okay, now as you can see here, we've got our basil cuttings. I got some potting soil on that guy. All tucked in, and then I'm going to give them a good water. And I've also give these guys some of the rabbit poo tea I make. I put a couple of trowelfuls of rabbit poo into a 5-gallon bucket and then fill it up with the rainwater or the water from the pool so it doesn't have chlorine in it, because yes, we do have city water. And so the water I'm going to water this in with is rainwater today. It's collected in the dog swimming pool. So let's water these guys in, and then we'll put the cuttings back into their jar. Okay, and as for the cutting we just took and the other one, I will pop the one with the 2 nodes back down in the jar. And then this one that has started to root, just been in there a week, I'll leave it another week, let it get some more roots. Just remember to change your water every couple of days so you don't grow algae in your jar, and just watch for the roots to develop. You can do the same thing with bamboo. Now bamboo takes a little bit longer, but this one's been in here for about a week now. And it'll probably take 3 or 4 weeks for it to root, but I've done this twice before, and they're sitting over there right now all in a pot of dirt because they grew roots too. You can do this with a lot of plants, which is really cool. I mean, you know, you're rooting the next generation of your basil off of an existing basil plant. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, folks. Can't go wrong. Well, my glasses are gonna fog up because it is so humid here. Okay, and that's how you can, you know, if your basil sprouts and you don't get as much sprouted as you want, then as soon as they're big enough, you know, like these guys over here, these tall plants, take a cutting and root a bunch, and in 2 weeks you'll have a ton to plant, and you'll not know what to do with all the basil you've rooted. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little rooting basil video, and I hope that you guys subscribe if you are new. If you have already subscribed, thank you so very much. Welcome new subscribers. We've had a flood of new subscribers. We're at 1197 at this point, so yay. Go Blackpack, go Blackpack, go Blackpack. It's all down to you. Thank you so much for coming to the homestead and watching our videos. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to throw us a like and a share, because sharing the video is the best way to reach people we might not otherwise reach. So thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll see you here next time at the Blackpack Homestead. Take care, God bless, we love you guys, and bye-bye.